So it's time for a board motion. No more just pouring our hearts out and telling us that black children are killing themselves, and then people say, thank you very much, next speaker. I spent 6 years trying to organize this board for no police in the schools, and there wasn't much support. I went to Monica Garcia and said, a good friend of ours, would you introduce a motion for no police in the schools? And she said, Eric, the base isn't there. I want to, but there's a lot of people in my district who don't want it yet. Go out and build a base for it. Well, obviously, George Floyd built that base, but here's the thing. How history is made. Monica Garcia called me up and said, I'm ready. What do you think the deal is? Well, obviously, I spoke to all the people and Students Deserve and Black Lives Matter. I didn't just make it up. And we all came back with it's got to be starting with 50% cut. So she introduced a motion that said we want to cut the police by 50%, then 75%, and then 90%. Because it was a motion, you all had to deal with it. And we ended up, as you know, compromising to get it down to a 35% cut. But it's time for a motion. It's time for board members, even if you're the only one, to introduce a motion to say, I do support a further cut in the LASPD. I do support that the council come out and give an honest report on what are you doing about parents defending education. Are you signaling the board to cool it, or are you telling the board that you want to fight it? Someone must introduce a motion that we want to counter complaint against, at the Department of Education, against parents for defending education. People have asked you there, please cut the police. Don't be afraid to be the only person who introduces the motion. We have often had things that's how it starts, and then we can move people towards the motion. But until there's a motion, we're wasting our time at public comment, and you know it. So we need to have the following: a motion to issue a counter complaint against parents defending education, a motion to add at least $25 to $50 million into BSAP, a motion to cut the police in half, at least from where they are right now, with no overtime and no back doors. A motion to, as I say, stand up for BSAP in front of these doors and say we are not going to be intimidated, we're not giving up our civil rights, we're not capitulating, and we're not sending all these white kids to HBCUs because we're under pressure from right-wing people. So when you're ready to introduce the motion, we're ready to do the work. Until you introduce a motion, we're wasting our day here, folks.